Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of very small but very useful tools for both professionals and DIYers alike. Whether you're cutting lumber or metal for a project or you're assembling your project, one very important measurement is the angle of what you're doing. The angle of the blade on the saw when you're making your cuts, or the angle of the molding or shelf that you're installing. If any one of those angles is slightly off, it can ruin your hard work and make your project not look as great as you want it to. That is why today we're going to be looking at a couple of angle finders from Huepar, a company that I've reviewed their products before and have been very pleased with the quality of their tools. One of these angle finders is simple and inexpensive but has less features. The other one has more features but also costs more. I'll go over the benefits of each one of these two angle finders in this video so you can better decide which one is best for you. So let's unbox these two angle finders and see what we have. But before we do that, if you enjoy watching honest tool and product reviews plus helpful DIY projects, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another product review video or DIY video. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Here's a shot of the boxes for you. Let's open these guys up and get started. Alright guys, so when you unbox these guys, this is everything that you get. Now these are the Huepar Digital Mini Angle Finder and Protractors available on Amazon, link in description below. Now, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the similarities of the two because they overlap a lot. There's a lot of similarities between them. And then I'll explain the differences between them and point out which one is best to buy for whatever project you're doing. So let's go over the similarities, first of all, on these two items. Now, this is the AG01 right here, and this is the AG03 right here. So the AG01 retails at the making of this video for $22.99, but they also have a 5% discount coupon on their Amazon page, making it even cheaper than that. The AG03 retails for $46.99 at the making of this video, but it also has a 10% discount coupon on their Amazon page, making it cheaper than that. And if I find any discount coupons for either of them, I'll pop it down in the description down below, so check that out first before you do anything. So when you unbox these guys, this is everything you get. Each one comes with the angle finder, protractor in this case over here. You get the batteries, you get a screwdriver because the back where the batteries go, you have to unscrew it. It has a couple little screws. If you don't have a screwdriver, they included one for you already. Has a little belt pouch so you can carry it around on your belt very conveniently as you're moving around and doing your project. And it has an owner's manual. Each one has its own owner's manual that comes in a multitude of different languages. So no matter who you are or where you are, you should be able to read this without any trouble whatsoever. Now, they both come with a 2-year warranty, and the dimensions, as you can see, are very, very similar. They're about 2.5 on this one, about 2 inches on this one. It's about a square, 2.5 by 2.5, about 2 by 2, something like that, and about 1.25 inch in thickness for each one. So this is slightly bigger than this one, about 1/2 inch at the most. Now, the accuracy on these guys is about 0.1 degrees, and the resolution is 0.05 degrees. Now, the measurement on these guys is 4 times 90 degrees, or 0 to 360 degrees. They both have backlit LCD displays to make it easier to read in dark areas, and the displays can be inverted so it's convenient for you to read it when you're using the tool upside down. They both also have auto shut off after 5 minutes, so if you leave it on and put it down somewhere, forget about it, after 5 minutes it'll turn off to conserve the battery. They both have magnetic groove bases, as you can see right there. They have a groove on the bottom of it, making it so it's easier to attach to any metal surfaces, whether it's flat or whether it's a rounded surface. So this makes it very easy to attach to like a miter saw blade, a bandsaw blade, a table saw blade, a saw fence, a saw table, round pipes, or any other kind of metal surfaces. Now, this one has grooved lines on the edges to make it easy for you to do measurements. This one, the 03, does not. So that's very convenient on this one for measurements. This one doesn't have it. I guess it really doesn't come in handy when you're using this one for more complicated things. Now, they both have reading hold, where if you take a reading and you want to hold on to it so you can move the tool somewhere else, they both have reading hold, and they both have zero angle at any angle that you want. So you can put the tool at any angle you want and zero it out right there and take a reading from there to whatever else you want to go. Now that's the similarity between the two. Let's talk about the differences. Now the AG01 right here has a bubble level on top, as you can see, so you can use it without the batteries. You can take readings, angle it, do whatever you want without having to use batteries or having to turn it on. The AG01 has 4 different angle readings to select from: degrees, percent, millimeters per meter, or inch foot. Now the AG03 has 5 different angle readings you can select from: degrees, percent, millimeters per meter, inch per foot in fractions, or inch foot in decimal. This one is only in 1 inch foot reading. The AG03 has an audible alarm that you can set to tell you when you're going out of spec on whatever reading it is that you're taking. The AG03 has a single axis or dual axis measurement, allowing you to use it as a protractor to read in up to 5 different directions with a digital bubble level that we'll take a look at in a minute. This one over here, the 01, only has single axis reading. Now you can use this in a lot of different ways, but it is a bit more complicated, difficult to make readings, where this one just makes it easier for you so you don't have to be swapping it around in different directions. And I'll demonstrate that in just a moment. Now, both are useful for woodworking, machinery assembly, construction, DIY projects, etc. So anything, any project whatsoever, any assembly, whatever it is that you're doing that you need to measure an angle for, both of these guys can be extremely useful for that. So let's take a look at doing it a couple of different ways and see how these guys perform. Alright guys, here you have both angle finders, one next to each other, and you can see how accurate they are, that they both come up on the same surface with the same reading. And this goes to show you how important an angle finder can really be, because as you can see, you're looking at both of them. They're basically saying that this surface is 0.35 degrees off. I have it set to degrees right now, and that's what the mode button is for. You can see the mode button there and the mode button there. That is how you change the degrees to percent to whatever other reading you want. You can see it right up there in the corner, and this one has it up there in the corner right there. And that way you can select what is easier for you. But I think one of the most universal readings is degrees, so I'm going to keep it in that reading for right now. But both of these units are pretty much automatic. You don't need to select anything else. I mean, the hold button is pretty clear right there. That's for holding the reading if you want to do that. And the references and all that's for something different altogether. But you can, all you do is turn it on and put it on whatever surface you want, and it starts giving you a reading right away. Now, the thing to look at right here is that you can tell on this one, it has the bubble right up there, the bubble level. It is telling you if you were to install this countertop right here using a bubble level, you're thinking pretty much it is level. And it is pretty much level. It is only 0.35 degrees off. It is not 100% level. It is not 0000. It is 0.3 degrees. That's not 35 degrees. That is 0.3 degrees off. And that is why an angle finder is so much more accurate than just a regular level. So like you said, this one, if we move it, you can see this is 30 degrees. That's 35 degrees right there. That's 35, okay? That is 35. Not when you put it right here where it says 0.3 degrees or something like that off. And it has to recalibrate itself and so forth. So it's going to be a tiny little bit off. Well, there you go. It's finding it. It's getting close to it. So I basically had to stabilize them. And if you move it around a bit or whatever, it'll find a different spot, different reading. So that tells you right there the tiny little bit that it is off. Now this one, like I said, is good if you're looking at different angles in different directions. You have the bubble level up top telling you what you're trying to accomplish and how you're trying to get there. And if you want to take readings in different directions, all you do is move it from side to side. You can take a reading this way, take a reading that way, whatever you want to do. And the lines on the side here are very convenient when you want to take a mark and you want to, take your reading, see what it is, and then mark it right on the side there so you know exactly what you're doing. So that's very convenient for that. And you can use the level this way. You can set it up any way you want. That's why it's right smack in the middle. So it's very convenient. And you can even use it upside down. As you can see the level right there, you can take readings upside down. That's very convenient that way. That's not a problem. And you can invert that if you want so you can get a better reading of it. But right there, you're seeing it's a very convenient, very useful tool. See right there, it's giving you different readings, 0.3. You turn it that way, see it's 0.25. It inverts all by itself. You really don't need to do anything. It does it all for you. See right there? 0.25, and then all you do is turn it around the other way, and it gives you the same reading again. The tools are pretty much automatic. I mean, they're kind of idiot-proof. You really don't need to do anything with it. So this is a very simple one right there. Very inexpensive. For around 20 bucks, you can use it to check just about any kind of angle, set it sideways and so forth. It gives you different degrees, because if you want to set on a tool and you want to select, well, it's magnetic, so it's pushing away from each other right there, because each one of these has a magnet and they don't attract, they repel. That's why I can't put it close to it, because it pushes it away. So that's why it's doing that right there. So that right there, I was going to show you that it's convenient if you want to put it against a flat surface like the wall there, and you can take a reading that way and do it all sorts of different ways. So that's very good in that respect. Now this one, on the other hand, does the same thing as that. And you can see, depending on where you put it on this thing, the reading will change for the slight difference that it has. And if you tilt this one sideways, which I'll give you an upward view in a moment, it automatically goes to the protractor. You see a switch right there. Let me show you again, and I'll show you in a moment the other way. But if you put it this way, it automatically switches to give you more readings in more directions. It gives you a bubble reading right there, as you can see. It does it automatically all by itself. There's nothing that you need to do. You don't need to select it. It does it by itself. Let me angle the camera differently, and I'll show you what it does. All right, so there you have a difference between the two, where this one can be used for much more complicated readings, because you can take a reading in many different angles just by moving it around. Obviously, you can find where it is actually a center bubble right there, and you can move it on the XY axis, etc., and accomplish whatever it is that you need to do for your given project. This one over here, on the other hand, you can't do that. It's level. You move it this way, you can see if it's level that way. You can move it that way, see if it's level that way, but you're constantly moving it back and forth, and you can not get as accurate a reading, or you can throw off your reading. So you constantly have to go back and forth to try to see what you're accomplishing. This guy right here, you just put it down, and it automatically starts taking a reading, and it tells you when you're at the right place. Now, since I'm doing a demonstration, I'm not going to try to get it perfectly centered. But if you were trying to, you obviously can. The whole point is to try to get it right in the center, and that's why all your XY axis and everything are perfect. But I have the camera in the way, making it rather difficult for me. So you can see how these two, one costs more, but it gives you a lot more benefits. This one costs less, but it doesn't give you as many benefits for the complicated measurements that you may want to do. So that's something to keep in mind. How simple or how complicated are the projects and the measurements that you want to take, and you can select which one is best for you. I would always go with the big one, because it's better to go big or go home. Have more tools, have more variability, have more accessibility for whatever projects may come up in the future. Obviously, if you're on a tight budget, then this guy over here is a great one for you. And like I said, you can put it that way, and it gives you an error because it's not meant to read in that direction. You have to stand it back up, and then it gives you a proper reading, as you can see. So this one is not meant to be laid down like that, like this one is. And this one, if you stand it up, then it goes back to the other reading. As you can see, it switches automatically. Just by tilting it, it does it for you right there. So you don't need to do anything, just back and forth. Do whatever it is that you need to do, and it'll change for you and give you the readings that you need. So one of the useful functions of an angle finder like this is to make sure that you're getting accurate cuts if you're using a complicated tool like a table saw. And if you have a table saw, you want to make sure that you get the angle correctly to begin with. Now this one right there, as you see, that's why I said it has a magnet to it, and you can attach it to like a table saw or something and find out if your angle is accurate or not. And that gives you whatever the degree is. Same with this one over here. You put it right there on your table saw, and it tells you if the angle is right or not, and whatever angle you're trying to accomplish, it'll tell you, and it'll change, and it'll give you a more complicated reading, whatever it is that you're trying to do. So that's very useful right there. Again, you want to make sure that your cuts are correct, because if it's off just a little bit like that, your cuts are all going to be messed up. Obviously, the more it is, the worse it is, but a tiny little difference in a cut can mess up, especially if you're making complicated furniture like a cabinet or something like that. Then the whole side of your cabinet is going to be all messed up. So you want to make sure that your cuts are accurate. All right, guys, there you have it. A review and demonstration of two very accurate and very affordable angle finders. These are two very useful tools to have on hand for doing accurate work. As you saw in the video, even a surface that looked to be level using a bubble level was actually slightly off. Now, if the work that you do is not important and you can live with cuts that are slightly inaccurate, then you don't need these angle finders. But if you want to create a top-notch professional work and you want the greatest accuracy possible, then these tools are what you need. I think both these angle finders are really good at what they do and are both very easy to use. Not complicated in the least. Select your measuring mode and the device does all the work for you. Check out their Amazon page for complete details and pick out the one that's best for your needs and your budget. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.